let's start with quick risk warning. It's a 9th of May 2014, just before the European Open. So our live trading room has a educational purpose only. Trading effects on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all or even more than your initial investment. Please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Okay, so we're done with it. Guys, perfect trade. Hopefully you are able to grab some pips. I took partial profit, as I mentioned yesterday, right? I took the profit at 38.78. Now my stop is at entry, and I'm still holding the remaining 50% of my short. So hopefully we will have a chance to go lower. We are going to discuss the possibilities here. Let's start with, we know daily, weekly chart. We know the upper side of those charts. We know the resistances. But looks like yesterday, guys, we had a huge rejection. Okay. I haven't heard this during our live trading room, but what I found out later on, the press conference of Mr. Draghi was like, how to say, was like simply market took it as a promise that something is going to happen next meeting in June. Okay, so most probably we've got around 1 month of the weaker euro, at least some consolidation, if not the weaker euro. Of course, it can simply change with some comments from other officials, but as of now, it could happen. We are approaching 138, and that's the huge level on euro dollar. That's the huge level. Let's see. Right now on daily we are below, we broke down below 20. But guys, look. That's quite important. We are trying to break here. Strong rejection to the upside. We broke down here. Lower low, but the end of the day above 20. The same here. The same here. Here. Okay? So within the last few days, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times happened. So now, what we can expect today? That's the good question. That's the good question. I would say that it's quite important today. So we have to be very careful. For sure, definitely, there is no doubt about it. We do have support around 38. There is a chance that we are going to test this support later today. And the quite important thing is going to be the reaction around this point, okay? The reaction around this point. So 20 daily around 38.50 and famous support around 38. so some kind of no man's land. So most probably move above 38.50 and hold for hour or two. It's going to be the sign for me that I have to take the rest of the short euro dollar off the table and look to resell higher. Okay. Now, I don't want to add into that short right now. That would be great to see the close below 38, some retest early next week, and continuation toward 37.20, 37. So that's the only way I'm going to decide to add position to my current one. Trades like this not happen very often for me, but that's the chance based on this huge rejection from yesterday. Let's try. Okay, let's try to make it smaller. Yeah. And let's try to check. Okay, high. There was a high here. Not daily. Okay, so that's the trend line. Okay, as we made high, pullback, new high. So that's the valid point. That's the new high here. So we can do again something like this, and that could be the target around 37. It corresponds this line, and support around here 37 corresponds eventually with this support. Okay, so in this bigger picture on daily chart, I wouldn't be surprised for the next few days to see prices going down toward this support. Then maybe, I don't know what's going to happen here, but it could be that we can see some bounce to the upside, maybe even back toward this broken trend line before the next ECB, and then final move to the downside as long as we are below yesterday high and below 140.40. Okay, so that could be the case on euro dollar. Now let's go lower to see potential actions today. Okay. Okay. So where did last time where we have some strength of the market, where there is a possibility we can find supply zone. So let's take a look. New high here, right? bam, some moves up, down, and breakout. Okay. So, and we start from here. Here market was stronger, taking this supply, taking out this supply, went higher here, and then some consolidation, stop hunting yesterday, so we made here and we start from here, so that's the next point. What is important right now? We took out two demand zones. Okay, we took out two demand zones. So that's the very strong move. So as I mentioned, I was so excited yesterday, and as I mentioned yesterday, greed was bigger, right? They were so greedy, so they pushed market even lower yesterday. So what this thing is telling us? Definitely we should find some supply here, and definitely we should find some supply here. Okay, so let's make it bigger. So on the 1 hour chart, we should focus on 38.78.80. So this point here, okay, the whole area. And then we start from here to the upside. So next potential supply zone is around 39.05. Okay. Now we have to find the intraday supports. We have to find intraday support. Let's try. Where market was weakening. Okay. We made lower low from here, and we testing this level, guys, right now. Okay. So that could be the case. Of course, in between, few times we made we moved below that level. So it could be the whole zone. One moment. It could be from here. Or even from here. Okay, so now we know where we are. $38.20. $38.8 and $37.70. So I'm not going to focus on the first two, but as it's Friday today, If we are going to test 37.70, we can see some profit taking before the end of the day, right? So I'm going to watch 38, and it's my final target. It's my final target, but depends how the market will react. I'm not going. I cancel my my order. I cancel my order, and I'm going to watch the situation. What's going on? Maybe I will have a chance to close slightly lower. So better to work with stop order, like trailing stop, moving the stop lower. Guys, just 1 second, because looks like we are. I can see that we are losing the connection. Hopefully everything will be okay. Just one moment, guys. Okay, give me 1 moment, like 2-3 minutes. I will turn on the second connection, just to be on the safe side. So 3 minutes, guys. 1 moment. Sorry. So that's the euro, and we are going lower right now. So I'm going to watch what's going on, especially if we have one direction before the euro open, then that is possible that we are going to see opposite move later on. So let's see the reaction here. And we do have, looks like we do have first intraday supply zone around 38.40, okay? Around 38.40. So we broke down the, here, right? We broke down here. Pullback, retest the line, continuation, okay? So let's see what's going to happen here with euro dollar. Yesterday, I made or we made few pips on pound as well, but here is more choppy than euro dollar. So when I took short euro dollar, immediately I told you that I'm closing with few pips profit. The short pound, we went lower. Okay. First we are trying make a breakout, right, to confirm the flag and go higher, but finally we broke down below the lower end of the channel and again pull back. So there is a chance that we are going to see 69, 68, 80. So the level we start from. So let's take a look where is some sign, where some sign of the weakness before on intraday, just to have a view. Okay, that was here. And we move higher, bam, higher. So that was the support. We broke down. So, and we start from here, somewhere here. So the, I would say, height demand zone is slightly below visible. Yeah, it's where right now it's where we found support on pound. Okay. So we found support at the latest breakout point. But I wouldn't be surprised to see stop hunting toward this area, which also corresponds with our channel here, right? Okay, look. So we are going to have demand because of this dynamic line, demand because of the static line. So yeah, level below 69 could be the good buying opportunity with tight stop. Of course, if we are going to see the prices trying to consolidate here some lower high. Okay, that's the intraday support on pound. Now let's take a look on the, we should start with higher time frame, but okay, let's take a look. And we discussed it yesterday. 70.40 strong support, but we have theory. I shared with you my theory yesterday. That's 71.20.30, slightly higher than 40. That's the point we got the chance to see pound, and that's not only, it's not going to be intraday opportunity, it's going to be opportunity for some kind of the swing trading, right, or position trading, in my opinion. Okay, daily. But if we are going to see correction from here, okay, before moving higher, I would say that this is the level of the potential support, right? Why? Simply because from here we took out the support here and we went lower. So let's put some lines. Into the chart, like this one and this one, and we have 67.85, 67.40 as potential demand zone, okay? Also, we do have some kind of the channel on pound. We can draw some kind of the channel on pound, and the negative thing is that yesterday we get back into that channel, okay? And the last thing I would like to show you, if we are going to double this channel, then guys, look, within the next few days, if the breakout, so move to the upside is going to happen. So look guys, where we have the top of this double channel, it's around 71.20. Wow! So that's another confirmation that something going on higher than 70.40, right? So again, we have to be careful there. So in my opinion, intraday we can try to test levels below 69, as that's the real demand zone here. Here is just support only, and real demand should be lower, and from here we can make final move to the upside, especially euro pound is finally below 82. So definitely euro is weaker, so pound still got the chance to go higher, to test its finally levels above 71. Okay, so I would be very careful with selling pound now. We have some UK data later today. Okay, we do have manufacturing production, trade balance, industrial production. All of them, the expectation are weaker. The only trade balance is expecting slightly better than previous one. Both manufacturing production, industrial production, the expectations are lower than previous one. So let's get back to hourly charts. Let's see what we can have here. Anyway, I'm going to watch earlier mentioned levels as a support for potential buying opportunity. Maybe not via dollar, means maybe not long pound dollar, maybe short euro pound, maybe long pound yen. Okay. So we know what's going on both euro dollar, pound dollar. Now let's take a look, and we should start actually dollar index, and looks like magic number 3 did the job again. Huge rejection yesterday, and we have some kind of a continuation, but guys, we quickly approach to the resistance level. So it also corresponds with 138 on euro dollar, right? And the euro is the euro has the highest weight for basket. So here is the point, right? So definitely we are at resistance right now. But looks for me, based on the other dollar crosses like euro dollar, dollar Swiss, even pound, we got the chance to have positive week, right? Because it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday today. Okay? So based on weekly, we can finish with very long lower shadow and positive finish. That could be nice for dollar bulls. That could suggest some action, higher volatility next week. And also we could have trade opportunity, right? This type of the breakout, we can trade 1-to-1. Okay. Exactly to the next supply zone. Where is next supply zone? Visible one, okay? That could be the next resistance, and target is slightly below, so it's good. Okay, so strong move to the downside, strong rejection, and we got a chance for breakout trade to the upside. If you don't have the dollar index on your platform, then we do have similar situation, almost identical on the dollar Swiss franc side. Okay. That's the support, those lines we drew few meetings back. Strong rejection. We are above 20 daily moving average right now. Would be great to finish above this because it's similar like with euro dollar. This 20 daily could work easily as resistance. Look, 1, 2, 3. And from here we made lower low. From here we made higher high. Guys, we are at supply zone, right? But based on this strong rejection, I do expect some move to the upside, pullback and continuation. Do you remember yesterday I mentioned that on Wednesday after Yellen on Wednesday, I saw buying dollars in the background, right? And when I discussed it with my colleague, not from FX Advisor, with my colleague who is a trader, he told me, come on, dollar is dead, sell. I saw demand, I saw buying in the background. That's the smartest way, right? Not to show to the whole market that we buying dollar. So the whole market was selling. The same with euro dollar yesterday, remember. And when we approached 30 level, I was selling on a break, and hopefully you were selling with me as well. So let's get back to euro dollar to see where we are right now. So we are expecting 38.20, 38 as some support zone. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, dollar Swiss franc. Let's switch to lower time frame. And lower low here, so intraday we could draw some supply zone here. So it's similar like on euro dollar, okay? So we have to see the reaction. Now I do expect the bulls will find support around 87.75. Why? Because from here we made the breakdown, and the next possible support is slightly lower. Okay, it's here, because from here we made this lower low. So we do have like demand zone somewhere around here, and we are testing supply zone. So what do I think overall? Okay, if we are going to see dollar buying intraday, so dollar Swiss going up, euro dollar going down during the European and beginning of the US session, then I do expect some kind of the exhaustion and possibility of the pullback on dollar, right? Otherwise, if market will try to show us that no, it's not buying opportunity on dollar, right? And if we are going to see some pullback here, some bounce on euro dollar to the upside the whole day, like a quiet day, then I do expect, but I will explain one more thing, I do expect some aggressive move before the end of the session, before the end of the day, right? So just slowly, without huge pullback, keep the market sideways, and then use the opportunity when the liquidity is lower to move the final move. So one more time, if dollar is going to be stronger for a whole day, Europe and beginning of the US, I would be careful before the end of the day, and completely opposite, if we are going to see some sideways move, some profit taking from long dollar doing by day traders, then end of the day could be used for chasing dollar bears to try to force them to close the position, so it could easily push dollar prices higher. Okay, but there is another thing, that we had higher volatility yesterday, so today it could be like lower volatility day, so overall it could be quiet day, right? The best way would be to see another strong day, but it can happen at the end, before the end of the day. So dollar Swiss, similar like euro dollar, we are approaching in this case dollar Swiss some resistance. Europe is open. Nothing special is going on right now. So, okay. Now let's take a look on the Japanese crosses. I did mention during our yesterday meeting that that is a huge range that could be the selling opportunity, but it's tough. It's tough, guys, to trade few different crosses and have a live trading room at the same time. I'm really happy that we were able to take the euro dollar. Maybe you took here euro JPY, then great. Looks like we are trying to make a breakdown, but that's early. Let's start, let's say with daily and see what we can get here. We drew some lines yesterday and looks like the first one is done. Okay, so most probably we got the chance to see lower levels, and as of now we do have some support line, and we do have some demand zone. Yeah, there was a move 1, 2, and we made the breakout of this supply zone. Okay, here, then pull back, hold, and we created the range. Okay, so again we do have this zone here which corresponds with this line here, so it could be this type of the scenario. Okay, then what about intraday possibility? Do we have any? That was nice here because it was the breakdown. Let me make it bigger. Breakdown, immediately pullback and continuation. The continuation is not so strong, but anyway we do have confirmation that something is going on here. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised that the last low here, right? And first yesterday we test this high, so we took out supply here, and we fall down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see prices back into that range and find resistance higher around 41.40, where there is a last sign of the strength on the market, or even here, 41.60. Okay, so one more time. That's the resistance for sure, because it was the range. We broke down the range. But look guys, as of now, after the breakdown, that's the move and stop. No continuation. Usually we should make, I'm not saying that we are not going to do that within the next few hours or days, but usually after the range break there should be the same distance into the direction of the breakdown, okay? It looks like we stopped here. So for sure there are some shorts after the breakdown, and they are easy target, right? Because the stops are here, so that's the easy money for market makers. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the move back, and still, if I would like to sell, then I have to find the last moment when markets show the strength, and I can see it. It could be here or here, right? Because from one more time, just to show you the full explanation. That was the range, right? So everything happened in the range. It's not that important, but anyway, we had some kind of this move. We made here lower low, right? So that was the move from here. We made the break, but immediately we get the rejection, pullback. That was a possibility of the breakout trade, and with this move we took out this supply. Then there was a pullback, found support, visible support, and the final move into the upper range was from here. So in that case, level around here and here are the possible selling zones, because here market show last time the sign of strength, okay? So when you are looking to sell, try to find the supply zone close to the place where last time market show sign of strength. Hopefully it's clear. because we can have few supply or demand signs. That could be how the market reacts at some point. Showing that we do have strong rejection, right? And from here we move down almost to the end of the range. So that action here showed us that we can expect some supply here. And look, guys, after some period of time we get back here, sold off, right? So that was the supply zone, the first thing. The second thing, simply the range lines. That's the range, that's the range. So upper part of the range is a supply zone. Lower range is demand zone, okay? Next. Trend lines, that's dynamic demand zones. And that's dynamic supply zones, okay? So it's not only, as some guys are trying to show, that's not only some kind of the point or candlestick formation, because supply or demand has nothing to do with candlesticks, right? We can base on this because you can use the bar chart that is going to be similar, right? The thing is that it's showing, it's all about the reaction at some points. So that's the main idea, right? Because we will never, as a retail guys, for sure, we are not going to know, we will never know exactly where the orders are. We can try to expect, reading the whole action into the left side, we can try to find and expect where the potential supply or demand zones are. Okay? So that could be supply zone, right? Visible, and I'm not going to be surprised to see some sign of the weakness here and then join eventually this move to the downside, okay? But usually I'm trying to find not obvious points from the retail point of view. And not obvious point could be the place where markets show strength last time, and it was here. So here could be good selling area. One can argue that, okay, but back into the range, so we can move towards the end of the range again. Yes, that's true. That's true. No doubt about it. Then this move here, it could be treated as a false break to the downside. But I don't know, you don't know, so we have to observe what's going on at some points, okay? So let's get back to Euro Yen. That's the range, the same distance, we got the chance to move lower. If we are going to have some hesitation here, yes, we can join the move, right? But that's the easy money for market makers. Breakdown trade, but look, there is no strong move. We stopped here, so we got the chance to make stop hunting, to stop some guys here, right? So for me, that's the last point where the market showed the strength. So we can trap everyone. First, moving back into the zone, hunting stops of the traders who were stops because of the breakdown, filling these guys from this level, and when everyone will turn long, then we can unload our longs and go short, right? So there is a plenty of possibilities. Now let's try to answer the question if it's only because of the weak euro, or maybe we can see some sign of the yen strength. So let's switch to dollar yen, for example, daily. Still above support, and at some point 2 days ago it was our idea for Tokyo session to go long, but yesterday we had strong move to the downside at some point. So big range and smaller range is a fourth day today. Let's see what's going to happen. So there is no real sign of strength on yen. That could be sign of strength. Move to the downside, pullback, continuation. So that could be. Now, as long as we are above support, we have to respect this support. So let's take a look. Pound yen. As I mentioned yesterday, there's plenty of free analysis in the internet, and everyone see possibility to the downside. That's okay, but I wouldn't be surprised because we are consolidating. That's the first move. Bounce back to create the resistance, strong rejection, okay? Another move, strong rejection, but much weaker than this one. Another move, pullback, weaker than this one. Another move higher, actually no pullback, consolidation under the resistance. So the price action as of now telling me that that's the chance to go higher right now. We are sitting right now comfortably above 20 or at 20 daily. That's okay. And the situation is going to change, but below 171.30, right? Maybe something like this. But as of now, that's for me some kind of the consolidation before the continuation. Could be wrong, we will see. Why our idea of long pound dollar yen failed? As we mentioned in our comment that there was some positive news from Russia and Ukraine, but they failed yesterday, right? The separatists looks like Mr. Putin lost the control of separatists in Ukraine, and that was not good sign. We saw some pullback on stocks as well, and yen crosses reacted. But guys, it's not reaction. We are still within some range we created for a few days already. So let's try to take a look at the another one, which is very correlated with stock. Aussie yen. We do have, remember, supply zone here. But when you hit the supply zone, and that's, yeah, that was move. Or we hit here demand zone, so that was move. That's the consolidation under resistance. So looks like in the case of EuroJPY, looks like it's all about weak euro, not strong yen. So in case of the range break here, okay, in case of this range break, so what's going to happen here or here, it all depends on euro, not on the yen. So in that case we should try to find the strongest currency and trade against the euro. So it not necessarily could be yen, because for me it looks like we are almost ready to make a break on the yen, but not to the yen crosses, but not to the downside, but mostly to the upside. Okay, so I would avoid shorting this here. Very quiet euro dollar at the beginning of the European session. Pound quiet as well. The same Swiss franc, Euro pound, Euro JPY. Gold, we had this flag yesterday, but it looks like it failed. That was the breakdown, quick pullback, quick bounce, sorry, and choppy trading right now. That's the best example. I would like to share one thing with you guys, because I mentioned that that's the breakdown possibility of the flag, and the stop should be above here, right? Above 1296 or something like this. But if there is no continuation and this type of the choppy trading, so definitely I would close the trade here, like losing half point, 1.0.75, then wait for the stop here. Then we can easily see this happen. So simply breakdown and no continuation, so we lost momentum, cut the trade immediately, right? So for the future, because if there are going to be a busy day like we had, for example, yesterday, and you can hear some idea from me, then you have to know how to react at some point. So in that case, if there is no continuation, especially during the day like yesterday when we saw some move, but we tried to break down and we stopped, right? So no continuation, there is 100 of instruments, and if you are not satisfied here, just cut off and find next better where there is a momentum going on. Okay, so that's, and it's what I showed you yesterday with pound. Okay, finally we reached the target. Finally we reached the target, but it took 12 hours or so. So when I found a great opportunity on euro dollar, okay, when I found the great opportunity on euro dollar, then immediately I told you that I'm taking off the table pound, and much bigger move within the next 60 minutes we had on euro dollar, okay? I was expecting some action, continuation. That's why we prepared live trading room for today. But looks like after fireworks yesterday, yeah, that would be great to have fireworks every day and to be on the right side. But looks like they want to consolidate for a while. So we got a chance to take a look on some other crosses. Kiwi. That's not the line we had yesterday, different line. Like this. One moment. How we drew this line? I lost this line. For sure it should be daily. Oh, come on. Yeah. That's the line. Now, still trying to hold 20 daily. So again, some move to the upside is possible. And looks like the whole here zone is like supply area. But as long as we are above 20, I would be very careful, because we can simply see some kind of the range, right? Because of this false breakout, we could see the price is lower, but that could be the early sign that something is going to happen. But as long as we are within that range, just the consolidation. Okay, so be careful. Would you like to sell? Try to sell as high as possible. Would you like to buy? Try to buy as low as possible. So let's take a look on intraday. That was the last sign of the weakness, or even here. This one has been taken here, pull back into that zone. Then we took out this by this move without the pullback, so looks like this sell-off trying to find support base of this last weakness. Okay, now that was because of the line, that was the supply zone, and as I mentioned yesterday, I missed it, huge miss. And that was demand, which has been taken out here. It's what I've shown you yesterday, and now we can see some supply possible supply, of course. As I mentioned yesterday, around 86.90. Okay. Intraday. And that could be nice supply zone because we never get back and test after quick breakdown, right? Completely different than Euro JPY, because on Euro JPY we made the breakdown, immediately retest, continuation, but here we strongly move down, weak bounce, continuation, weak bounce, continuation, weak bounce, continuation. So now some approach to the 86, 90, 87 could be used as the selling opportunity. Now let's take a look Aussie Kiwi to decide that we want to sell Kiwi or maybe we want to sell Aussie. Again, looks like, at least as of now, range is working. Oops. So the strong move into the upper side and just a pullback as of now. Let's see what's going to happen, but that was the supply area, right? Okay, that was the supply area. Now, important thing, guys, if we do have some supply zone, right? And we start falling from here, blah, 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 we are somewhere here. And then, within 1 hour, you see strong move to the opposite direction than this one, right? Strong move to the upside, like this. Okay. So this type of the move, that's the easiest way to scare all the small guys. One more time, supply, move down without the test and strong move into the supply zone. So especially very quick, looks like strong. So that's the way to scare all these small guys, small traders within some small average institutions, even some big guys. But if this type of the move is approaching supply zone, guys, don't be scary. Don't be scary. This big move will change the view of the all small guys. They will start buying right at resistance, right? So that's the manipulation. The big guys wants to sell, but they don't want to sell here. They have their orders here. So they will create some momentum on the market, right? To show some guys buy the breakout, whatever, buy strong momentum, just to have enough liquidity to unload their longs first and to execute their selling orders here, right? So everyone is buying right at resistance because of this strong move to the upside. Most probably we broke some intraday resistance here, but we have huge supply zone here, and because of this big move, no one wants to sell, and it's the best opportunity to go short, right? Of course, if we are talking about good supply zone here, not that there is a move to the upside and nothing on the left side saying that we should expect selling off. In that case, we have to join this move to the upside, right? But please make your homework over the weekend if you have some time. Go back with your charts and see how many times this type of the move, when even you thought that it's time to buy or time to break out, failed simply at some supply zone. That's the best way to manipulate the market, okay? Why I mentioned about this? Because that's for me, similar situation. We get back into the supply zone. Actually, the supply was tested here where we took the short previously, but as of now looks like they use the big move here to scare some guys, to push them into the buying mood, and as of now they made some pullback, right? Of course, that could be that it's only one day of the consolidation, and then we'll make a breakout. But anyway, that's how it works. Now let me go further into the details just to explain you. Okay. Last time market showed a strength here was from this point, right? And was trying to show the strength here but failed at the same point. And I mentioned that I wouldn't be surprised to see, instead of the breakout, to see the same pattern. Fall, consolidation, continuation. But anyway, I would like to tell you about different things. So that's the last time market shows some sign of strength. So this is the level, some kind of the selling zone, right? And that's the visible one, which helped to create this consolidation. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you, that's the next supply zone. So if you are going to see strong move to the upside here, don't try to sell here at the end of the day or at the end of the period of this candle or of this move, right? Because the supply zone is here. So here, try to find a good way to join the move. Okay? Different way. If we are going to break the range, move some like into the halfway, and then final move to the upside but finish just below, so most probably that could be opportunity to grab some pips on the move to the downside, okay? So of course the important thing is how you read some strong moves. So here is the point, okay? Let's get back to the market, which is quiet still. So let's take a look on Canadian. We do have job number later today. Do you remember few weeks back. Of course, in the meantime, we were long, but that's the place where markets show the strength last time because of the breakout, and here markets show the weakness, right? That's the daily chart, so it could take a few more days. But that's the level I would like to use to buy dollar Canadian. Oops. Yeah. So we can see some move today, and we can see some bounce after the first, right? Because it's going to be number 3, magic number 3. Aggressive wage, so we can see some breakout. That's my view. So I'm still waiting with the Canadian. I was expecting there was a possibility of the nice swing setup. I inform you guys as well. It failed. Right here. So aggressive move to the downside. If there is anything we can do during today's payrolls, let's take a look. That's last sign of the strength. It looks like market is expecting very good number. Okay. Now storm is coming here in Cyprus again. So most probably 108.60 could be good level to join for the final move to the downside. So looks like stop around 25-30 pips and move of 100 pips possible. But we've got something weaker than dollar, right? We've got euro. And of course, because of the yesterday move, someone can argue, but the move is done. But let's take a look on daily. Guys, we just get the confirmation of the possible huge move to the downside. Because we made lower low. So 1, 2, 3, we just confirm the top. Okay? But we are right at support. So that's not good place to sell. Where market showed us the last trend was here. From here we went higher. So 51.30, that's possible selling area, because if you want to sell right now, you're selling at support. So maybe we need from here move even lower, right? Okay. They have to show us this weakness, and that's the last, it's going to be last place where markets show the strength. So pullback towards 39.80 in that case could be used as a selling supply zone selling opportunity. Okay. Then where markets show some kind of the weakness last time, where we broke something last time to find the potential target. That's some obvious support, but was tested. But anyway, it could be this one, and we were trying to make the breakdown here, so that could be the case. Something around 46.50. Okay. So we didn't lose anything right now. We just get some kind of confirmation, some sign of weakness, but we are right at support right now. So either wait for pullback toward 51.30 and look for sign of the weakness here like this, or wait for a breakdown here, pullback and continuation. So we didn't lose anything here, but for sure we lose selling opportunity here. Yesterday around 20, but it's not possible to trade everything at once. The euro trade was, I would say, more important. And Aussie is not that weak, right? So, but anyway, we can see supply, 1, 2, 3 supplies. That's the support. So maybe some kind of the bounce towards 101.70, towards the 20 daily again, with final breakdown towards the parity. The parity is target, as I mentioned a few times. But with Canadian, we have to wait for non-farm payrolls from Canada, from job data from Canada. Okay. So nothing special is going on. So in that case, it could be the plan number A, plan number 1, plan A, means that we are trying to consolidate a day and finally before Europe end or maybe after Europe end some strong move in dollar favor. But it could be also that if we are not going to break down, because also could be, of course, if you are going to see any test before, and if 38 holds, then we can see some profit taking. But as of now, this type of the action telling me that when US guys will come to the market, they will try to do something, and I would say in favor of US dollar. But I may be wrong because we are close to the resistance on dollar index. We are right at the resistance dollar Swiss. We are right at support euro dollar. So I might be wrong, but how it looks right now, there is no strong bounce from support euro dollar. There is no strong pullback on dollar Swiss franc. So it could be some kind of the consolidation before major move, right? So some kind of the consolidation and move above resistance. Some consolidation under the broken trend line and final move to hit all the stops to force others to join, to chase the market, to join on the short side. Okay. So really, actually, we did expect some moves yesterday, and it happened. And as I mentioned on the beginning of our meeting, that if one day is a strong, that could be the next day some kind of the consolidation. And as of now, looks like it could be one of those days. But anyway, I still think that we have the chance before the end of the day to see some kind of the continuation. So one move and continuation to confirm yesterday move. So we are not end up with some kind of the range again. So of course, guys, I thought that we are going to stay longer today to have few opportunities to make some trades, but looks like nothing is going to happen till job market in Canada, maybe something within the pound after the data. So we have like 30 minutes, so we are going to stay and see what's going on with British pound, and that's going to be it, everything today. Then if anything happened before end of the day, of course we are going to make an update on our website, and you will know. But it's weekend is coming. That was quite good week, especially yesterday after euro dollar move. So let's keep some coins for weekend to enjoy the weekend, right? Let's make 10-15 minutes break, then let's wait for pound data, and let's see what's going to happen with pound. Maybe we will be able to do something in regards to pound. So coffee, tea break, water break, right? And let's get back 10 past. Okay. Thank you. So short break, and we are going to wait for pound data. So let's wait for UK numbers. Let's maybe clean some charts. That's the possible area. Of the move down, and that's the first supply zone most probably. So one more time, if we are going to make a stop here and market will show some sign of strength, I would like to go long with 70.40 or slightly below as a target. So I'm targeting the obvious area. I'm not targeting these highest levels I mentioned about earlier. Those 71.20, 71.30 I would like to use as a selling opportunity, but for from the long perspective, I would like to use some levels below 70.40. So still from around 69 is going to be around 140. Stop is going to be not that huge, because if that's the area and we are going to make the stop, we can use like 25 to 35 pips max to go long. And as it's Friday, when we are going to have one-to-one, I'm going to move stop to entry, and eventually with 2 to with 1 to 2, I will try to take 50%. Okay, and from the selling point of view, that could be supply area. So similar like yesterday, something around 69.60, 69.70, where we had this choppy moves. So something from here toward the support with tight stop 10-15 pips above, but not with working orders, only if market will show some sign of the weakness. Okay. The expectations are lower, so if we are going to be in line, most probably we are going to see some knee-jerk reaction. That could be the buying opportunity. But if we are going to see much weaker numbers, then we can easily hit that level, make small bounce, and continue to the downside, breaking the support. Okay. And the same if we are going to see maybe better than expectation, but still on the weak side, that could be some move to the upside, and then bam, down toward the support. Stronger than expected, much stronger than expected, then we can have this attack toward 170.40, maybe higher. So there are not going to be the chance to make long trade from here. Euro is weakening. How does this look like with euro pound? That's daily. That's our channel, famous one. That's the breakout, and we are still above. We can hit 81.30, and some guys can, and we are going to be below this level, and some guys can call retest of the line and move to the upside. Okay, so that's tricky. And we are right at support, which has been tested here. So some buying orders were filled already, and we again here. So okay, euro is weak right now, but it's at support with dollar, it's at support with pound. Yes, broke down the range with Euro JPY, is weak versus Canadian but right at support, so interesting things worth to watch. And as we are awaiting some pound numbers, so let's see pound yen. Last sign of the strength, making high. We broke down, and as you can see, we are right at resistance. Right at resistance, some kind of the flag. And that's the minor weakness, so something around 71.70. Some sign of the weakness, trying to break down, and overall it's here, right? Was tested from here, was tested from here. Time to test another time. So if you have tight spread and you overall expecting weak number, then maybe instead of pound dollar, dollar yen short could make a sense. With very tight stop, like 72.35 on the bid side, right? So execution is on the ask side. So that's important to have not that wide spread, because from now it's 20 points plus spread. If you have 7, so it's making 27. Dollar Swiss, as I mentioned, one time pullback and now trying to continue to the upside, trying to work with resistance. But we are on a pound right now, so let's switch the charts. And let's quickly make some changes. To have pound, pound, pound. Most probably I have to change the color, intraday color, from yellow to a different one. Okay, so that's the 5-minute chart. That's the 5-minute chart. And Euro Pound 5-minute chart. Just make it bigger. Okay, USA. We have like 6 minutes. So let's take a look what we have next week. We have some Chinese numbers next week, like new loans, money supply. On Monday we have Fed speaker, we have federal budget balance, we have some inflation number from New Zealand. Then Tuesday morning we have industrial production from China, we have retail sales. Tuesday could be important from the euro perspective. We have German ZEV index. The same day, Tuesday, we do have retail sales from US, import prices, and late Tuesday we do have New Zealand retail sales and Wheeler's speech. Then going forward, we have on Wednesday jobs data from UK. We have Mr. Carney speech, inflation report from UK. So yeah, Tuesday for euro, Wednesday for pound. We have PPI from US. And late Wednesday, early Thursday, we have annual budget release from New Zealand. That could be important. Thursday again, euro. We do have CPI, that's important. We have flash GDP from euro area. And we do have CPI from US. Industrial production as well, fairly fed, but CPI. And late Thursday after US close, we do have Yellen speech, and Friday US building permits, housing starts, and preliminary Michigan. So not that bad. Dollar is stronger. Pound quickly reversed the move toward 40, and now we are 15 pips lower into the data announcement. Two minutes to go. Even less. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, that's the move, and it's now. I can't see the number yet. Looks like pound is slightly stronger. Minus 0.1, expectation was minus 0.2, previous 0.9. So that could be the reason. Manufacturing production better than expectation 0.5, previous 0.3, expectation 0.3, previous one. So numbers are better than expectation but lower than the previous one. So that could push pound slightly higher, and then we can see some sell-off. Again, I do expect test of 69, and I think that if we are going to stop around 68.80, 69, that could be the buying opportunity for the final move higher next week. And trade balance better. Construction output weaker, minus 1%. Expectation was plus 0.6. So let's see. Again, I'm going to look for buying opportunity around 69, 68.80. Of course, if that level holds, okay. Because we have to fill, if not 70.40, then final 71.20.30 for me would be great, but at least test of 70.40 is expected. But sometimes when you expect something, market is doing completely differently. So just again, that's the area I'm looking for as a buy opportunity. But guys, based on this trend line, we could see even lower move below 80, so towards 68.60, 68.70. So the whole area 169 and 68.70, not 80, is under the radar right now for me. Okay. Looking at this point here, so it's slightly above the trend line. So let's see what's going to happen. So that's the level I'm looking to buy pound. Okay, and from here, if we are going before the test of this area, if we are going higher from here, then level around 69.60 plus minus 10 pips, I would look for selling opportunity towards this area. Okay, so that's the plan for pound dollar. Now euro pound, remember on daily we are right at support, guys, so That could be some profit taking. That was huge. Weak follow through, actually no follow through, so I would be careful here. So that could be sign of the weakness of the pound. Right at support versus euro. And yeah, we're testing 69.20. So we're testing today's low. We got the chance to test 69.15. Okay. Looks like it's not main market mover, the data. I'm trying to figure out how to approach the dollar, Swiss franc and euro dollar. We are right at support and right at the resistance, but dollar Swiss trying to work with this resistance. So buying right now it completely doesn't make sense. The grade would be 87.75, 87.65. Or if we are going to see strong breakout here, right, and then pull back to the broken line, which is falling down. So on Monday could be closer to this level, so we are going to have some correspondence levels. So then use pullbacks as a buying opportunity. But guys, the important thing is, if it's a real move to the upside, I mean dollar move to the upside, then the truth is that the first stage, some guys bought already, as I mentioned yesterday I mentioned that on Wednesday I saw the buying dollar in the background. The first stage, we not necessarily can see, it's not necessary to see the pullback, right? So means that maybe we should join at some point dollar Swiss franc or at euro dollar. It's tough when you have to do that at resistance or support. So be patient. Hopefully I already proved that the patient is paying all the bills mostly. So even my wrong trades last week during the non-farm payrolls proved that I was slightly impatient, and I paid for it. So yeah, again, it's a proof that patient paying much more. So yeah, we got the low on pound. So that's good news. So let's wait for 69.80, 69, 68.80, 69, this 68.70, this area. Okay guys, so you do have a plan. Bear in mind it's Friday, so lower your risk as much as you can. There are going to be plenty of opportunities start next week again. So we don't have to be worried. It's not a sprint, guys. We are doing marathon, right? All guys are now, and they were trying to make a sprint. They don't trade anymore. So that's the important thing. There is no shortcuts, not short way. That's marathon, guys. So be ready for marathon, okay? I'm going to update website over the weekend in regards to next week meetings. Most probably, as we have few busy days, most probably we are going to make one-day marathon. But details you will find around Sunday evening on our website. With euro dollar, guys, if you are still like me holding remaining 50% of the short, any move above 38, that's the 38.43. That's another supply was here 58 and final 76. Guys, I would say I'm going to place my stop 47 bit. So to be, it's 49 is 20. Very narrow, 70, and that's the supply 74. No, guys, I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to lock 20 pips profit. So my stop is above 39.09 bit side. And yes, I'm looking for a breakdown of 38. So as I mentioned before, yesterday I was looking for 38 as a target, but now looks like we got a chance. So I'm taking the risk. I'm locked in profit with 20 pips, looking to add on a breakdown pullback continuation. Okay, so not right now at support. The same with Swiss franc. Let's wait for breakout. Euro dollar, let's wait for breakdown, and let's have a parry with dollar next week. Guys, that's it from my side today. Of course, going to make an update on website if anything interesting happen. Have a beautiful weekend, and let's meet again next week. Thank you very much. Take care, guys. Bye bye.